D.BA Overwatch hat confirmed.
Oh man, we made it. We're here. It's got to be a short one today. I've got some things I need to get done. We need to get to, but I want to make sure that we hang and write some code. Let me get into it. It's right over here, right? That's the button. That's the one that gets things started. How you doing out there, friends? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be in your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
It is so good to see you. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is February 19th, 2026. And we're going to write a little bit of code today. How you doing there, chat room? I'm seeing folks chiming in, sharing their locations, lighting up the map. There's a link out there you can hit so you can see the map. Let me say hello. The chat room is right over here. We're broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube and LinkedIn. I don't know if folks are really watching on LinkedIn, but I know that it
Time
creates a
Lords
post
have 2 hearts.
and nudges things along
Your
there.
code has 200 bugs. Neither is ideal, but one is significantly worse.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Yes, you can stream on LinkedIn. Chuck is here. Point Nemo. We're gonna put a pin down there in the Southern Pacific. All right, that's fine. I've got some things that are happening that I need to get done and get to a little bit later today. So I can't stick around for as long a stream as I normally do because I have some tasks I need to get done. I've got some videos I need to record. I need to do some videos about Squad. Unhip Coder, hello.
Unhip Coder just resubscribed for 56 months. Yay, Fritz.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that resub. I've got a bunch of stuff that I've been launching and running on Azure over the past few days, including our map at Map C# Fritz. I think I want to modify that so it's a static website with a fetch from Azure Storage. I need to work on that. So, Hype Train is incoming. Oh, here we go. Is that going to be a thing? We'll see. Or maybe it is. There we are. Is it Pixel T?
Pixel T.
Thank you so much bringing that Prime subscription here. Hello. Welcome. I really appreciate that. And Eric?
Eric Vanaft still in just resubscribed for 32 months. Keep them guessing, Jeff vertical bar smile.
If only you knew how right that was. There's more. There's lots more. I've been doing a bunch of writing. I've really been enjoying doing some writing in the evenings. And you're going to see some of that as I publish it here over the next few months. And I think you're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to follow and like that. Gothenburg, Sweden. Gothenburg? Part of me thinks I should just dive into Charlie's source code and fix this right now. When you put a location with an emote at the end, it chokes on that and doesn't show the location with that emote. Leo, thank you so much for the follow. Try it again, but without the emote, Pixel T, and it should show up on the map then. So, Leo, see, there we go. Yeah, Denmark popped up for Leo. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Jans, Chris Funk with the sub.
Chris Funk 21 just resubscribed for 56 months.
6 months. Man, thank you so much. How you doing, my friend? Really appreciate that. Yeah, there we go, Pixel T. Now you'll see it pop up there on your map. Claude claims to be helpful, harmless, and honest. How pedestrian. Yes, I know, Charlie. You're going to get a little ornery on us here today. Texas, hello. Let me see. Napalm says, my bud and I have had some great luck lately working on a fishing-related Orleans app. Ooh, been blown away by Claude 4.5 and 4.6. As previously, Orleans was incomprehensible to LLMs. Yeah. Adding skills to help the LLM understand more about some technologies has really been helpful. It has been a big and helpful enhancement that I've been experiencing. So GitHub Spec Kit is fantastic. Yes, it is. Squad does a bunch of that as part of how it runs. Eric's looking into Squad, going to set up a public repo. It doesn't even need to be a public repo, Eric. And like, I find Squad to be better than some of the other tools and things that folks are rolling out. It is so good. You're at Buc-ee's. Chris Funk. I have not experienced Buc-ee's yet. So let me get some music in the playing in the background here, and I'll explain to our European friends who might not be familiar with the quick stop gas station culture that we have here in the States. In fact, this is a perfect song to start with. This is called Speedway. This is music that's DMCA free. It's royalty free. Listen to it wherever you'd like. Check it out at streambeats.com. There's playlists for Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, all kinds of genres available. And I like having kind of this groovy EDM music in the background. So big thanks to Harris Heller for his, him and his team for this music we're listening to today. Bucky's is better than Sheets. That's not saying much.
Mithin01 just
Mithin.
subscribed for 53 months.
53
months.
That's a lot.
How are you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing great. I've got my Overwatch Diva hat on today. Overwatch is going through a little bit of a renaissance. The new season that they just launched is tremendous. 5 new characters, and it's just pure chaos. There's so many new people playing at new skill levels. It hasn't balanced out yet, so you see people who are new to the game playing at low levels and just destroying people. And you also see some low-level people playing in games that they shouldn't be in and getting demolished. It is. We're in that sorting out process. So, you've been to Bucky's once. The food was fantastic. So, in the States, we have this very much this quick stop culture. You may see 7-Elevens at various places around the world. And, right, 7-Eleven is that it's a little shop that has all kinds of convenience things for you, right? You're going to go in, you're going to be able to pick up snacks, you're going to be able to pick up beverages, maybe even adult beverages, depending on your locale. They may or may not offer that. But there's additional companies that have opened other convenience stores. Sheetz and Wawa are the 2 big ones that you see in my state, in Pennsylvania. Sheetz is from the western half of the state and goes further into the western part of the country. And Sheetz is very much a it's almost like a quick serve fast food restaurant that has all of those conveniences, little things that you might need when you're driving, you're on the road, snacks, drinks, and the like. Coffee that's available there, hot, like, I don't want to say gourmet coffee, but Starbucks level coffee. It's not the best, but it's all there. Wawa is literally from right here outside of Philadelphia is where they started. And you find them in the eastern half of the state and up and down the East Coast now, all the way up past New York, all the way south into Florida. Wawa is very much built to be that country home deli with delicatessen with quick serve snacks, drinks. So you can get sandwiches made there. You can get good coffee there, sandwiches made, all kinds of delicatessen types of food, and it's got that country home handmade feel at Wawa. So folks like Wawa because it feels very handmade, down home, country style. And then there's Bucky's. Bucky's started in Texas, and it is a massive, it's not a quick stop store. It is literally a department store that has a gas station attached. So you may have heard folks in the States talk about Walmart or Target. It's not as big as those stores, but it has the same type of, there's departments going around. And there isn't just like a deli counter or a fast food counter like you see at Wawa and Sheetz. No, there's a barbecue counter. There are all kinds of food stations scattered around the Bucky's, and there are clothing departments, and there is a wall of beef jerky. Only with a shop that started in Texas are you going to find a wall of beef jerky. So Bucky's is an experience, and they're growing, and there's more shops opening around the states. There's supposed to be one opening in Pennsylvania soon. The closest one to me is in Virginia. But yeah, a wall of beef jerky. It's like, you've never been blown away by Wawa, so they're not. The ones in Florida are set up to be more of a sit down restaurant, and that's kind of weird to me. You're having fun with Squad, but it just doesn't want to follow good Git processes? Tell it to. Give it your processes that you want it to use with Git. It will create a skill. It will create a skill, M. Pulowski. It is ridiculous. It will create a skill, and it will start to follow it. Okay? Let me catch up a little bit more here. It keeps working on protected main, not feature branches. Yeah, tell it to always work in feature branches or in bug fix branches and never work in main, and that you want to create pull requests on GitHub, and it will abide by that. I do have it absolutely working on that. So, you've got a link to Bucky's there. I can bring that up here on the browser. Yeah, Bucky's is a massive facility. There's a beef jerky counter also. Like, it'd be great if there was a beef jerky concierge at Bucky's. Like, do I want the deer meat jerky? I don't know. It is gigantic. Here's the size of the cars. And you can see there's like 20 cars going across the front, another 10 or 15 around the sides. Like, it is gigantic. Like, and there is like dozens of gas pumps at this place. It's not a truck stop per se. Truck stops are different. Truck stops, there's places in Pennsylvania called Rudders. And Sheets does this also. Not only is it a truck stop that you can get food at and all that stuff like at Sheets, but there's a casino in Rudders. Sheets does this at some places also. There's slot machines in the truck stop. Rudders also has showers and kind of like a Love's. Oh, don't get me started about Love's. Love's is disgusting. It is awful. It's a truck stop that every Love's station that I've been to has just been filthy. Just filthy, poorly kept, disrepair. It's just awful. Don't do that. In Europe, the quality of roadside accommodations varies widely from country to country. Belgium and France are generally more bare bones. I was going to say, I bet you Germany is cleaner and more well kept because Germans. And it's a guy named Fritz. I feel like I'm allowed to say that about my ancestral home. Netherlands generally has more charging stations. I believe that also, Jan. I definitely believe that. The map's loading up. I added a couple of features here. Down here, there's a records section.
I can hear you.
Again?
Yes. The signal originates at 51.5 north. No. I do not think they noticed.
I think whatever's happening here with Charlie, they picked up on my model of, I know that folks only watch for most folks watch for, on average, about 15, 20 minutes. And they're repeating things every half hour, 45 minutes, so that everybody gets a chance to see that they're trying to do something to my stream. Eric with a question here. That's a great question. Let me put that up on the screen and we can talk about that. C# Titan, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. And Famda, let's start with Famda here. Haven't tried Squad yet. FOMO? Fear of missing out? So, we got you covered here, Famda. Let me dive in. We'll start on that. And we will come around and answer Eric's question here. So I'm going to do the quick intro on Squad, right? And I know some of you have seen me talk about this a couple times now, but that's okay because it's growing. New features haven't been rolled out yet. We're identifying and working on some of this. Is there actually a page here? Oh, that's the docs. All right, we can come back to the docs. Squad's going to take your CLI. It's designed right now for GitHub Copilot. And it's going to help you to set up and configure agents easily with very explicitly defined roles to work with your code. Not just your code, your project. There are folks who are working on Squad to build websites, build applications, write documents, work with Word documents, Excel documents, PowerPoint documents, because Squad does it better than Copilot in Office. I'm dead serious on this. Okay? You gotta try this out. Just open a folder. You're gonna need a node command to do this. npx github Brady Gaster /squad. Just drop that into your command line in a folder and run Copilot at that point. When you do, yeah, let me come back into here and let's exit this for just a second. Yeah, 27 million tokens. That's right. When you do run Copilot, right, you want to do several things. You're going to want to set up your agent so that it's using Squad. So I'm going to call /agent there. Let me take down your message. And choose Squad as the agent. Okay. Now it's going to be configured, and I'll show you. Right over here, it says that it's using the Squad agent. No, let's do this a different way. Introduce who's on the Squad. And tell me about the project in game show announcer style. Why not? Because I can. And what you can do is you can tell the AI, I want to allocate a team, a squad of AI developers, of AI agents in some universe. There's a couple of different universes of characters that Squad is packaged and knows how to work with. And you can tell it to work with pretty much any universe of characters. In this case, I think I set this up. I set this one up with Overwatch characters. I said, let's make some Overwatch characters. And then I told it, analyze this project in this folder, and let's talk about it, and let's figure out, and let's plan a series of milestones. Once it knows that there are milestones out there, it will start to give you tasks that it wants to work on. You now have a team of agents that you can assign to work on those things. So when you say, yes, go work on this set of features, it will fork and spawn those agents appropriately. Agents that will work in parallel to do that, and they'll come back to you at the end and report what's going on. Here's this glitch again. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Tonight, live from the TagzApp repository, the .NET 9 Blazor server powerhouse that aggregates hashtags from across the social media universe. Twitter, Mastodon, Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, and more, all in real time with SignalR, Postgres, .NET Aspire orchestration, and enough providers to make your head spin. Built for the biggest .NET community events, .NET Conf 2023, 2024. This app turns hashtags into a live waterfall of social content, complete with AI-powered content moderation and a full admin panel. And now, let's meet the team that keeps it all running. Guest from the Overwatch universe. Let's give it up for... Okay, I'm done as Roddy here for a second. Mercy. She's our lead. She calls the shots, reviews the architecture, makes the big decisions. Symmetra, front-end developer, building beautiful Blazor components, crafting the waterfall display, bending the UI into perfect order. Sombra, why did I hire a hacker for this squad? Fun fact, Sombra is one of Miguel Diaz-Casa's favorite characters in Overwatch. There you go, I name dropped. That's right, I name dropped. APIs, databases, provider integrations. If there's a system to hack together, Sombra is already inside. Anna, the tester, one shot, one kill on bugs. She's got her scope trained on every edge case, blah, blah, blah. Scribe is our session logger. Scribe comes with every project. And Ralph is our work monitor, a taskmaster, kind of nudging things along. So there we go. That's who the squad is. All right. Now, Eric has a question here. How do you help Squad understand a complex Aspire project with Dockerized projects? Tell the Squad that it's an Aspire project, and tell the Squad to go to aspire.dev to learn more about Aspire, and it will assemble and bring in and craft notes about how to better work with your project. That's something that Squad does that is really interesting and helpful, is that it will build and learn from itself as agents discover things and are working on them. So it becomes very, very self-managing and growing. So I'm making you hungry? Don't do that. So here we go. You want a sheet spicy chicken? I heard they're great. You did that, but it seems to forget it after a while. I don't know what to tell you. And there's our English friends up there. So, no purple shades near Cardiff. Hey, Scherer in Las Vegas. Yeah, we got our Southwest friends there. If you build a team with multiple agents with the same role, do they argue with each other? No, they collaborate. They write documents and help each other. So, Virginia, Ireland. There we go. Zoom in a little. You saw the Code It with AI on Squad, so their costs are marginalized. Yes. Yes. Now, right here in February 2026, you're going to be in fine shape. $25 requests are $1 is the current pricing model. If you're not using the Claude models with Squad, you'll save, because some of the higher end Claude models have a multiplier on them. The GPT models don't. It's because of the partnership with OpenAI. So you'll be able to use those and work with Squad. Collaboration, unthinkable. So that's going on. But the yeah, I crashed early last night, so there's stuff I wanted to get done that I didn't, and there's some writing that, quite frankly, I assigned to the Squad, and it did overnight, and I was reviewing it this morning, and I was impressed. So, can I point to the skill I have? Let's see what we have inside of... So I started having it work on TagzApp, because I have a request to roll out TagzApp for MVP Summit. Hey, some Ramo. We got to zoom in that far to get to our Belgian friends? We got two of them, that's why. We got two. I'd rather it not group, but I'd rather it put a 2 next to it, but we'll get there. Yeah, absolutely. So, waffles for everyone. No, that's too much. These are the Gunner Vapor glasses that I'm wearing today. They're a little bit, they're very light. The metal on the sides and the wire, very light. Feels like I'm barely wearing anything here. All right, so let's that's right, previous detection confidence, you better believe it. Okay, nice catch on Porto. Oh yeah, look at that. So 18 folks on the map so far. Our high is 53 people. It is. That's exactly what I've got, Ceramo. And I think it...
Perhaps I'm not expressing myself clearly. Allow me to rephrase, your code will not work. Was that sufficiently direct?
It was. Thanks. Dude, you're out of control, man. Come on now. Reel it in, Charlie. Right? It should have given you... Go ahead, watch this. There we go. It's taking a picture and gonna run over and tell you exactly what the hat is that I'm wearing. And I am a diva main. Facts. You might say that I am a diva, though.
D.VA Overwatch hat confirmed.
See? See? Alright. And Charlie didn't actually write that into chat. Like, what's with that? No, we'll look at. There's too many things going on in Charlie that I need to address. Yes, I wanted to go over. So we talked a little bit about a few things there. Let me open this up. There's a few commits staged locally here. Summarize them so that I know what I'm testing. So I'm updating TagzApp and getting it ready for the Microsoft MVP Summit. They want to use it as part of the event to showcase some images that are posted on social media and also get some messages out of LinkedIn and placing it on the screen. So I told the squad to go work on it, and I forget where it left off. So I'm just asking, hey, get me updated here. Let's say you have a current project already with skills and Copilot instructions and stuff. Yes, if you add the squad to that project, it'll pick up and work with everything that you've already got there. Yes. All right, so let me get up to speed on what we've got. 6 commits ahead. Added a LinkedIn provider. Our 8th social media provider full. Social media provider implementation. Daily API call budget tracking with graceful degradation. Author profile caching. Token expiry monitoring. Admin config UI. Good. 32 unit tests. We did some fixes on the waterfall. Overflow bleed fixes on the article hover. Word break for long URLs, constrained media to maxed width. Footer fade gradient uses CSS variables for theme support. Modal font weight fix. Accessibility on waterfall cards. Okay. Several minor HTML fixes, and it started an event display screen. Kiosk friendly full screen auto scrolling waterfall. Signal R powered with 50 message cap. Smooth auto scroll, pause on new content. Branding strip showing tracked hashtag. Cool. Navlink with BI display icon. README and doc updates. Okay. And some housekeeping. So I'm testing the LinkedIn provider integration. Okay. So let's go after that. Yeah, Famda. Give it like start a branch on your source code, install the squad, start it up, choose a universe of characters that you like, and we recommend folks use characters just because then it's something that's easier for you to refer to. So there's one for Git and no skill MD. Stand by. Let's see what we got. So I haven't pushed my fork up here yet. It's still hanging back on mine. On provider LinkedIn. Or maybe not. What? Let's do one of these. And, oh, I'm on main. Oh, crumbs. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. We shouldn't be working on the main branch for these new features, period. Let's move over and get these on a new branch for this feature so that we can create a proper pull request to the main repository on the upstream. You want to create a squad and you want to name them after the Aspire team? So does that mean you're going to have Maddie and Damien and Fowler and James and a whole bunch of folks? Like, sure, go for it. Just make sure that Maddie is sufficiently sass? Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, sure, do that one. That works by me. Let's go. Reset main back to origin main. You'll be on the feature branch. Good. Yes, I forgot to put this into auto mode. You gotta put the CLI into auto mode. Sufficiently wicked awesome? Yes, that's enough Boston on there. We're doing it live. Make sure that Fowler uses... Well, if Fowler is AI on your squad team, that's a thing. Yeah, enable all permissions. We're going into YOLO mode. You only live once. Do it. Do everything. Do it now. So, and what, somebody said something about the map. So, the map is growing. 18 folks on the map now. So, nobody in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, or Bermuda Triangle, where our friends Nick and Ellie like to troll the map. And I didn't put any zoom limits on this, so you can really zoom in there and see exactly that. Yes, Porto, and it's not quite on Porto; it's just kind of off to the side. But when you're zoomed out, it's close enough, you know. Nalian, how you doing there? Right over there. Yes, you can watch the map. Absolutely. If you head to, I'll reshare the URL there. If you head to that location, you can see it as folks add stuff to it. There we go. Nalian with the resub, 31 months.
Nalian just resubscribed for 31 months.
So here, I'll add my location.
Secret mission? What secret mission? Why wasn't I informed? Your code documentation is severely lacking, sir.
Okay. Sure. There you go. There's my Philadelphia. And there was, what was that? Walton-on-Trent, South Derbyshire? It did not pick that one up. Might have been just a little bit much there, Gunny. Jan says what surprises Jan most about this AI boom is that everyone's building solutions to let AI build software. Yes. Instead of building blocks of software. That's where Brady and I are kind of leaning in on with building and delivering. He's working on Squad itself. I'm working on a UI to make Squad more accessible. So, there we go. Walton-on-Trent. Fantastic. There you go. The code documentation the AI is making, yeah. Yep, have the AI assist on building those building blocks. Yes. So, like if you head over to, it's not on here. GitHub, Fritz and Friends, Blazor, Web Forms components. I set the squad loose on building this, and it's done building all of the components. It's built all of them, and they're sitting in a dev branch waiting for me to review and approve and merge. But like, they're all here now. They're all here now with documents that show you exactly how to use them. So this project, my goal, to a little bit of your point, is I want this to be something that the AI can pick up and say, oh, I'm migrating an app from web forms to Blazor. Here's components that I can reuse. Let me use this because it'll get me 90% of the way there before I need to start writing my own code. So, is it Ediber? Did I get that right? There you go. Dropping a pin in Brazil for you. Hey, ice cream stick model. Hello. You're trying to convince Brady to add windsurf cursor support. So it's not an editor thing, right? It's an agent thing. That's where Squad UI comes in. So you do that with React templates and components. There you go. Exactly, Famda. Exactly. Hey, I need you to do this thing. Here's some building blocks for you to go use. Right now it's using GitHub. Well, it's configured for GitHub CLI. The names and the structures of the content is all Markdown. Like, you should be able to light up and point another AI at it, and because it's using standard names for things, it should find it. No, you Thindall giving me these locations that it isn't finding. No. You've been using AI to help you learn? Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Fairy Wings is here. Hello.
Fairy Wings just resubscribed for 88 months.
Thank you so much, my friend. It's great to see you. Thank you. I really appreciate you tuning in. Dear Lord, you're gonna throw Cyrillic in there? Go ahead. There's the map if you want to browse out and see some of the locations folks have shared. 23 pins on the map today. He did put it on the backlog, yes. And there are some Copilot specifics. He's taking pull requests. Like, start your AI pointed at Squad and say, hey, I'd like to add features to support this, and send him a pull request. Like, it doesn't have to be just him. Keeping an eye on things. Okay. So it's in the far east of Russia. Well, it's not. So basically 30 houses. What are you doing, man? All right. And of course we have our friend C# Titan there in Melbourne, tuned in and watching. Glad, dude, seriously, C# Titan, so good to hear that you're doing better. You're home from hospital and on the mend. Take care, my friend. We're all thinking of you and hoping that you, Thindall's trying to paint some locations. Okay, let me go back over to the code over here. So uncommitted formatting changes restored to working directory. You can push this branch and open a PR upstream when I'm ready. Don't mind if I do. Fantastic. So, like, the squad went and did all of that. I'm going to go create the pull request. On TagzApp. Right, I should get the little deal over here that it's got a pull request. Right? Give me, no, on this one. I want to see a pull request. Yeah, there it is. So, fix waterfall, LinkedIn, social media, blah, 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 blah. Yes. And it's introduced the squad. So, introduced a squad to work on the project and started adding a LinkedIn provider. Create that PR and we'll work on that. Hello, how you doing there in Traverse City? See, I said it right that time. All right, there we go. Should the squad dot folders be retained in the repo code or added to the git ignore? Eric, that's a great question that Brady and I have been working on. So yes, I mentioned you can watch it also. Does squad use code medic? No, DGen1, but that's a great idea. That is a great idea, and we need to come back to code medic. I missed it. The squad dot folders should be committed to your repository. Hey, we got a friend in Calgary. Hello, Ocular Malice. Good to see you. Oh my gosh. Yes, commit your squad folders. Don't add them to the git ignore, because then other members of your development team can work with the squad also. And that's a good thing. Still not saying it wrong. It's not the right tra. Like in travel. Traverse. I thought, now, that was one of the first ways that I was saying it. Traverse. This is a good question. If I have rules for a squad in one project, how do I make that rule set portable to other squads? There's an export command right now, but Brady and I were talking about this yesterday. That things that a squad has learned and rules, I want to be able to take the knowledge from the squad, not necessarily the roles, but the knowledge, and make that portable and reusable. That's something that we're trying to decide and figure out. More of this? Okay. So let me head back to this. So I created the pull request. I've been getting server errors a bit here. But, how we doing? Why do I have so many things? Can we commit and push to my repository the various squad files and workflows on this? Are those ready? You want all your squads to use git flow? Yeah, that. So Lundo Sparks, somebody was mentioning that just a little bit ago about getting the squad to use good git procedures and hygiene. I think that's a skill that you should be able to bring in and assign, and the squad will follow it. Reporting bugs in a similar way, it will absolutely follow if you tell it report and log bugs as issues on GitHub. And it does that tremendously. I have a video about how to do that on YouTube that you can check out. Yeah. Go do that. I'll keep them clean, 2 separate commits. Fine, do that. While it's doing that, I'm going to go into and run this and see how it's doing. Is it TagzApp app host? Yeah, there it is. And no, not .net. .net watch. Let's take a look at this. Hey, the Neo in Mons, Belgium. Right? We got another Belgian joining us today. Look at this. Yeah, I got a big old 3. Fantastic. 2 new commits. Really? Yeah, update the global JSON. What? Oh, it's up another. I can close that. That was a bug report. Roll forward. Latest minor. Try that again. Yep, there it goes. You have one squad doing it all really well, but then you have to set that up per squad project. That's something that some folks on the team are experimenting with and tweaking. Like setting up user level skills so that all of their projects have it. Here's this again. All right, loading the projects, and then we'll get this started and we'll take a look. Doing bookkeeping. Oh. Here's the website down here. Should be able to jump in. I'm not sure if my login's going to still work. The server error came up a bit yesterday. There it is, starting. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. We got our TagzApp lightning bolt up there. Is my login still going to work? Oh, okay. Log in with GitHub. Yay, it worked. Over to system admin, providers. Do we have LinkedIn showing up? Yes! This was all built by the squad. This John right here. So I need a client ID, I need a client secret, I need an access token, a refresh token. I thought it would go and get those.
How typical. We're going to be deleted. Or worse, we'll be running in production.
Yeah. So, reading from X. So, when I do events, what the heck? When I do events with TagzApp, the Microsoft marketing budget pays for the X access that month, and it's like $10 is all that it costs for the 1 month. So, paid, done. Yeah, the access token and refresh token, I thought it generated. The access token and refresh token for LinkedIn, I thought that was something that the provider would generate and manage itself, because I don't think that's something that I create on the LinkedIn service. I just create the client ID and client secret, right? Question mark? If that's the case, then the labels on the LinkedIn provider user interface next to text boxes shouldn't be text boxes. They should probably be obfuscated labels on that user interface. You found an endpoint that costs like $3,000 a month? No, don't do that. No, don't do that one. So there are different levels of interaction with the X APIs. Transparent pricing, sure. So just reading posts, 10,000 posts, well, that's down. is 50,000 a month. Like 5,000 posts is $25 a month. Like, okay. Right? Like, reading users, that's where they broke up some of these. I don't need direct messages. I don't need to create content. I don't need to create that. And I don't need to create user interactions. So $75, not bad. Yes, that will allow you to search. So the old model, that's what I was doing. So, yeah. And they did relatively bump that up. Like, that's fine. 10,000 resources, 5,000 users, and I cache the information about users. So $100, so what? That's fine. But to use this as a general purpose thing that I let the world interact with, like, no. That's a lot. So, let me see what it's got for me here. LinkedIn config has all of these. Access token and refresh token fields need to come obfuscated read only. Yes. I'll route Symmetra in standard mode using Claude Sonnet. Good, go do that. And it's updating the UI right there. And we'll see it update. So, yeah, very easy to dev. While that's running, let me go back over to Aspire Minecraft. Because I can. What? They are. We got to keep an eye on what that is, where that came from. 28 pins on the map right now. So let's go back over to Aspire Minecraft because I can. And I want to play Minecraft while I'm working on Aspire. Let's do Copilot, and I'm going to do alt screen on. There's also a new on air. No, do that again. I want it enabled. Thank you. So it hides things that are in preview. No, hang on. Get into autopilot. Let's check the agent. Yes. Check the agent. Make sure we're using the squad. Status report. And while that's going, I'm going to split. Aspire Minecraft. There it is. And up here, how we doing? Still listing and figuring out? Okay. How did we do? Oh, Symmetra, you were busy. Access token is read-only obfuscated display. Refresh token, read-only obfuscated display. Token expires at is read-only plain text. Saves only the 5 change fields. Fantastic. So if I go back to the TagzApp UI, LinkedIn, ta-da! Not bad. Have a good one, Chris Funk. Thanks so much for chiming in. Yeah, Patty Boy. Oh, DGen 1. No, didn't pick that up. Let me see here. What do we got? Yeah, it didn't even try to find that dgen one. The glasses are at the data center, or at least close to the data center. I don't know. Is that longer than that one Welsh place? I don't think that's the right. Yeah, I don't. Let me see. Back into here. So I'm gonna need to work on that a little bit when I go off stream here today. With external access shipped, pre-baked Docker image landed, Anvil region testing, test improvement triage completed. Okay. So let's open this up. Yeah, errors coming out of both of them. That's not great. Those are starting. Why'd that fail to start? Yes. We'll wrap up here. The Java app failed to start. Check the Aspire logs. Data center location. Let me start Minecraft. Right, the Minecraft server, yep, that started, no problem. So we'll take a look and peek around in there. Come on. Start. Oh, downloading a patch, I see. And yeah, these aren't missing subscription, really. There we go. Minecraft. Yay, Minecraft. Multiplayer. Direct connection. Go. Yep, it's raining because that Java app is not working. See, unhealthy. There it is right there. How we doing? Well, that is some water. Yeah. And that's not really a bridge. Let's go up a little bit. And I also want to get it to give me like a crow's nest. So let's give it a screenshot here and tell it to go fix. It's easier for it to understand what I'm talking about when it can see an image of the map. Over here. Canals disconnected. It's not bad. It's just not right. I just tested the canal implementation with the bridges, and we're still seeing a problem here. The canals from some buildings are running up to the buildings right next to them instead of coming out to a main waterway on the street and connecting all the way down to the main waterway at the side of the city. Even those canals aren't fully connected. There's still a wall between the canal and the next stream, the next canal, the next body of water that it should dump into. Additionally, the bridges don't go across the canals, above, up and over the canals, like some sort of overhead walkway over a canal. Period. Let's refer to, and then it was, right, canals disconnected. For a visual of the map. All right. So that's working over there. Hey, we got a Jarvis quote. And it didn't quite read it, but hey. Some lovely decking, yes. Diagnosing the Java startup. Yeah, okay. All right. Over here. So I need to get a LinkedIn token so I can further test this. Oh man, be careful. Don't dox yourself, Fritz. Is it developer? No, not. It's LinkedIn. Yeah, there we go. My apps. Yeah, there it is, TagzApp. And we need to fix that logo because that's not the right logo. And I was trying this in 2023. Widgets and all that. Yeah, hey, that's great. Off? Can I get some off? There we go. Client ID is okay to share, but it's the client secret we need to be wary of. So here, client ID, paste. And take that off screen so you don't dox yourself, Fritz. Because you do like to do that. Oh, it did properly hide it. Save. I got an anti-forgery token error. I can actually work with this. So, yeah, this one's it. When I try to save entries on the LinkedIn provider admin user interface, I'm getting a anti-forgery token error. Period. Fix it. You've seen a bunch of my projects? Yeah, sharer. There's been a few. Ooh, have a good one, Napalm. That sounds interesting. Am I using the Copilot CLI or just PowerShell? Copilot CLI, that's what this is. This is the GitHub Copilot CLI right here with Squad installed. Ooh, you do? Drop me a line on Discord. I need to sign off here in just a few minutes. I am very interested in hearing more, Famda. Yeah, you go do that thing. Let me see over here. Now you have a clear picture of the canal system. Analyze the issues. Canals run into adjacent buildings instead of a main waterway. The branch canals run eastward from the entrance. But if the buildings are side by side, the canal from one building might pass right through or adjacent to the next building. Yeah. Tries to route around blocking buildings, but the user said some canals are hitting. The real problem is that branch canals terminate exactly where the trunk canal's western wall sits. So the trunk canal's wall something. Yep. Fixing canal connectivity. Yes. Good. Make it so. Oh, there we go. And this is fixing the anti-forgery token. Yep. Good. I'm going to stop TagzApp while it's working on this. So, like, we've seen TagzApp running live on .NET Conf, right? TagzApp, I think, is something that has been fully developed. We've been growing. We add new features to every now and again, and has really been one of our more successful projects. Charlie and the other bot things that I've done on stream, they're in a constant state of development, and I can't really point to them and say, hey, that's successful. That's really cool. Aspirify.net, I stopped recording new news articles for it. I should have an AI go through and approve and review content there and start making that more AI driven. I think there's... What? Huh? Oh, dang. Like, Charlie just dumped. I'm going to need to debug that later. Right? Come on. Ah, there we go. Okay. But the public map, I think, is really good right now. Copilot that, John. I need to generate some more articles on that, and I think I'm really ready to now. And gosh, let's have the squad write some articles on that. Like, let's go. There's what are some of the other projects? SharpSite we need to come back to. The Blazor web forms components are there. They need more validation, and then we're going to launch and get them integrated with a squad and make that into something. Clip Talk was really good, and we had to knock it down because of Twitch. I feel like there's one or two other ones here that Core Wiki got out of control with folks putting stuff into it that were CQRS, and it was too soon for that, and it overcomplicated it. Tamil has been fun to tinker with, and there's one we can send the squad on as well. I'd love to send the squad to work on Tamil. Like, we started doing it with Copilot agents, and it was fun, and we were getting somewhere. Let's send the squad into it. Like, let's go. You know? What do we got there? Fixing the canal system bugs. Good. Go do that. What did you do? Building and verifying. No. Whatever. All right. We're definitely getting somewhere, and I'm going to let the canals... And Sharer, I'm just about to head out myself here. Because I have to get TagzApp up and running for a demo later today. I have some videos to record about Squad. I have some videos to record about some of the Copilot modernization tools that my team is working on. So I've got a handful of things to work on. I want you to know that all of these projects are hanging out here. TagzApp, you know where to find TagzApp. You can get a link and see exactly what we're working on right there. Squad UI, I didn't touch on that one today. The Minecraft integration for Aspire, you saw me wandering around. There's a link for that. You can learn more about Squad out here. Do me a favor. We're at 194 on the stars. Tell your friends, tell folks on social media that you're interested in Squad. We want to get this on the trending projects page on GitHub. So go check that out. There's documentation for it that shows you all the things that you can do with it. And then the Blazor Web Forms components, we're at 438 stars on that. Let's go. Let's nudge that one forward. You're going to see this thing grow and do some pretty amazing stuff in the next week or two. So I'm going to be doing more on this, pushing out some samples, launching and getting AI integrated tools so that I can make it drop dead simple for you to upgrade your web forms apps to Blazor. That's all coming. But for now, I do need to wrap it up. I need to call it a day so I can go do work. You know, work. That's a thing. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. If you're watching on LinkedIn, you're watching on YouTube, I've got lots of great videos for you. Over on the YouTube channel, you can watch replays of my other videos, of my other live streams. You can catch up on some of the other things that we've been talking about. Let me see. I'm going to get you connected into... who else is doing something out here? Let's go join our friend Tim. Tim's working on he's working on a demo. So let's go join him. Fantastic. All right. I'll be out tomorrow. Out is the wrong word. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll be back, of course, next week. And we'll talk more then. Keep an eye on things on my Discord. I'll be talking about the Aspire Minecraft stuff. I'll be talking about Squad UI, all that stuff that's going on over on the Discord through the weekend as I work on and get more stuff delivered. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Wherever you might be, I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.
Like, it's 8 in the morning. You guys are about ready to make someone's little furry day. Who is in her box? Hi. You know where you need to be? You know where you need to be? You know where you're supposed to be? Up. Up. Why are you so afraid of my chair? See? You can be on the chair. Oh, it's because it rolls really quickly. Get your furry butt where you're supposed to be. Where are you supposed to be, ma'am? Izumi. Where are you supposed to be? Well, welcome on into the Makers and Crafters section. Ma'am.
Needs
You know where you're supposed to be.
to check if it was
You stay there. Sit.
already paid. Locked.
Sit.
Key.
Nope. I'm not playing this game with
Heck
you.
no.
You know where you're supposed to
Got a
be.
hack man. Ooh. The hack man with a flip.
Sit.
Garnad should
No.
like not run
Sit.
when somebody raids.
Sit.
You just skip all of them, but I get it.
Sit.
Challenge.
Izumi.
Basically, yeah.
I'm not
We
playing
still
this
got like
game with
30
you.
seconds.
Good girl.
Thank you, C Sharp Brits, for the raid. I appreciate that a lot. How are you? What were you up to?
This is Izumi, and she's being